The judge was staring at the envelope like it might bite him. Thick, yellowed, sealed with a strip of tape, so old it had turned the color of nicotine. My handwriting on the front, shaky, dated 13 years ago. "Where did you get this?" he asked. I didn't answer right away, because my daughter was crying, not sobbing, not breaking down, just enough tears to look convincing, the same way she used to cry when she was a teenager and wanted money, or forgiveness, or time. Time was always what she took. I remember the day she left them with me. 3 small coats on the rack, 3 backpacks by the door. She said she'd be gone an hour. Milk and diapers, maybe cigarettes. She kissed each of them too quickly. Wouldn't meet my eyes. That should have been my first warning. An hour passed. Then 2, then night. Her phone went straight to voicemail. By morning, I stopped calling and started listening. Listening to the house, to the children breathing in their sleep, to the lies settling into the walls. I told myself she'd come back. I told myself a lot of things. Now she sat 10 feet away, dressed in black, her lawyer whispering in her ear, telling the room I had stolen her children, kidnapped them, hidden them from her for 13 years. The word felt sharp. Kidnapped, as if I hadn't raised them, fed them, sat through fevers and nightmares and birthdays, where they asked why their mother never called, as if I hadn't waited. The judge cleared his throat. "You're saying she abandoned them?" I looked at my daughter. She wouldn't look back. That was my second warning. Back then, I didn't go to the police right away. I gave her time. 3 days, then a week, then a month. I filed reports. I talked to social workers. I documented everything. Every unanswered call. Every returned letter. Every lie she'd told before that suddenly made sense. Men who weren't their father. Addresses that changed too often. Stories that never lined up. I started keeping records because something in me knew this wasn't an accident. It was an escape. And escapes always leave evidence. I didn't confront her. There was no one to confront. She had erased herself clean. New name, new life. I stayed calm because panic helps no one, and rage makes mistakes. I raised her children like a debt I intended to collect. Slowly, quietly. The judge tapped the envelope again. "What's inside?" I finally spoke. "Proof," I said. From the day she never came back. My daughter shook her head violently now. Too late. The judge looked up at me and asked the question that mattered. "Do the children know about this?" I met his eyes. "Not yet." I paused. "They will." The courtroom felt smaller after that, like the walls were leaning in to hear what I'd been patient enough to keep silent for 13 years. The judge broke the seal. Paper whispered as it slid free. Not just one page, several. Dates, signatures, hospital stamps. A notarized statement written by a frightened young nurse who'd called me once and hung up before saying a word. My daughter's lawyer leaned forward, then slowly leaned back. The first document was a birth record, not the one my daughter used, the amended one. The original, 3 names listed under father. None of them matched the man she'd sworn was theirs. The second was a letter, handwritten, hers. I recognized the loops, the way she pressed too hard when she was desperate. "I can't do this anymore." They know. He knows. If I stay, I lose everything. "Please don't look for me. Take care of them. I'll come back when it's safe." She never signed it. Didn't need to. The judge exhaled through his nose, a sound halfway between disbelief and anger. My daughter stood up too fast. "That's not. She forced me. He threatened me." I didn't look at her. I was watching the judge read the last page. A timeline. Her withdrawals. Her forged consent forms. The DNA test I ordered quietly when the youngest was 2, after a doctor asked one question too many. The results I never shared. The ones that proved she'd been running from more than responsibility. She'd been running from exposure. "You left them," the judge said finally. His voice was cold now. "Voluntarily. You changed your identity. You made no attempt to contact them." Her lawyer whispered something urgent. "Too late. And you," he said to me, "petitioned for guardianship within the legal window. Documented every attempt to reach her. You didn't kidnap anyone." He closed the folder. "You saved them. She collapsed back into her chair like the bones had been removed. I felt nothing. That surprised me most. No triumph, no relief, just a clean, quiet emptiness where rage used to live. Outside, she tried to speak to me. My name, over and over. Like it still meant something. I stopped walking once, turned just enough for her to see my face. "They're not your escape hatch anymore," I said. "And they're not your leverage." Her mouth opened. Closed. I walked away. That night, I sat at the kitchen table with 3 adults who still called me home. I told them the truth carefully. Only what they needed. Not to wound, to free. They listened. They understood more than I expected. When I finished, the oldest nodded once. "Figures," he said. That was it. No tears, no anger, just clarity. I went to bed alone that night and slept without waiting for a phone to ring. Some people think revenge has to be loud. They're wrong. Sometimes it's just surviving long, enough to tell the truth, and watching the lie finally suffocate on its own.